All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this presentation that I'll be sharing. My name is Melissa Jollymore, and I am from Canada, here on the West Coast, a little town called Mission. And I am a mom. So just a little bit about me. I have a 21-year-old, which is crazy. I have an adult child. Time goes by so fast. And I have an 11-year-old. I've been married for over 20 years, and I am a social worker by trade. So I did what everybody said was the right path, right? My parents didn't graduate high school. They worked really, really hard to put a roof and food over our head and on the table. And they wanted me not to work so hard, right? They wanted me to have an easier life. And what was the messaging? Go to school, right? Learn a profession, go learn a skill, a trade, so that you can get a really good job with a benefits plan and a pension plan, and you do that till you retire. And so I don't know how many of you followed suit. I don't use, I was not taught to go against the grain. I was taught to follow order, follow suit, and whatever society said, that's what I did. And so, yeah, I went to college. I got a degree. I became a social worker. And I did that for many, many years until about 5 years ago. I decided to actually, no, I didn't decide. That's wrong. I was in a position where I was at a point, a breaking point. I had 25 more years till I retired. My bills were piling up more at the end of the month than I had money. I was trading my time for money. I was really frustrated with working in a system because I worked for somebody else. I worked with the government, and I had more files than time to work them. And it was a very limiting space to be in. I had limitations, right? The boss decided how much money I was made an hour, if I could take a vacation, when I came to work, when I left work, when I ate my lunch. And if I moved up the corporate ladder, I had somebody else determining my future, my money, my time. And it was a very frustrating place to be in. And the person next to me, who wasn't working as hard as I was, because I come with good work ethic. My parents raised me with good work ethic. And somebody would be working less work than I was. And guess what? They got paid the same. And so it was a very frustrating. I was getting by, but I wasn't getting ahead. And I was 40 years old 5 years ago. And I was like, there has to be more. There just has to be more than going to work, paying bills, coming home, dinner, put the kids to bed, and then repeat. I wanted more. I didn't know what that looked like because I wasn't taught financial education. I was taught, go get a good paying job. I was taught to go to work. And so this opportunity fell into my lap. I'm going to tell you, I said no a couple times because I didn't understand network marketing. I thought it was one of those things that, you have to sell product, you got to have home parties. And I didn't really understand the financial education and the business behind it that could really bring wealth and really bring the highest quality of income into my family. And in the last 5 years, because I said yes, and I've aligned with successful entrepreneurs and been mentored by 8-figure earners who studied under Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if you know who Robert Kiyosaki is, but he wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, Business of the 21st Century. He's written a series of business books that is the top selling. And Robert Kiyosaki teaches you how to grow and multiply your money and how to turn your earned income into passive income. And passive income is money you make 24/7. And so my mentor studied under him, paid over $500,000 in mentorship, learning how to create wealth. And so he has built wealth in multiple industries: real estate, diamonds and gemstones, network marketing. And so he taught me and my team how to build wealth, leveraging the network marketing space. And so in the 5 years, it has been such a game changer for me, because if you told me 5 years ago that I would have been able to quit my job, been able to build multiple businesses, plus have multiple investments in just the short span of 5 years from being, couldn't rub two pennies together, never mind now, I would have probably said, that's not going to happen. That's a dream that would never come true. And really, it just took a mentor to show me the way, financially educate me, and me take action. And all of a sudden now I know how to make money differently. And I know how to make money when I'm not even working, passive income. And so a lot of people, when they look at opportunities or they look at things to make money at, they say, how much money am I going to make? Right? If I do this job, how much money am I going to make? If I sell this, how much money am I going to make? If I do this, how much money am I going to make? That's the wrong question that you should be asking. And I've learned this now. The question should not be, how much am I going to make? The question should be how much am I going to make when I stop working? Right? Because that's what you want. You want to build something once and get paid forever. So I'm going to share with you a vehicle, but I want to share something real quick, because this Cashflow Quadrant, which Robert Kiyosaki created, has changed the way I look at work, look at business, look at money. And in this quadrant, we make money in one of them, if you're lucky, in multiple. All right. So the majority of us make money in the employee quadrant, right? I think that's like 85 to 90% work for somebody else. And that's the 9 to 5, that's trading your time for money. You have a boss, right, that tells you how much you're worth an hour, when to come to work, your hours, all of those things, right? And you're taxed very heavily in this quadrant, right? That is the highest taxed quadrant, is the employee working for somebody else. Now, this is trading security or trading freedom for security, right? So you're going to get a paycheck every 2 weeks, right? That's your job. But one thing that we've learned in the last 2 years is that a job isn't secure anymore. We just learned that it could get shut down. Even your business, if you're a small business owner, we just learned that your doors can get shut. Somebody else has control over your earning power. And that is a scary place to be, knowing that there is other ways to make multiple streams of income, but how, right? So majority of people are in this side where they're making earned income, only money when they work. Some people are the small business owner, right? This is where you didn't want a boss. You wanted to have your own business. The thing about this quadrant is that you are the system. All right. So if you're the system and you leave your business for a month or a year, is your business going to thrive? Probably not, right? Because you are the system, you run that. And there's high bank loans, you have to pay employees. It's like an adult daycare. So this is a very, very time consuming, money consuming quadrant also. And in a small business, you could make good money, right? Your revenue could be really high, but are you bringing that home after all of the overhead? And so this is really hard. You might have money, but you have no time. Employee usually lacks money and time, right? And so this is the quadrant that most of us are in. And so it's really hard to move to this side, which is the big business quadrant and the investment quadrant. The big business is where you have freedom. And the why you have freedom is because you have built a system. People make money, but systems create wealth, right? And that's what you want to do, is build a system. So something is working harder than you are. That's where you get the passive income. And that's what the wealthy people know. The wealthy build systems. So big business, this is where Oprah lives, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, all of those billionaires and multi-millionaires live in this big business quadrant because they've learned how to build a system. And plus there's huge tax advantages. How many times have we heard, oh, the rich keep getting richer, and complaining that they don't pay any taxes? Well, they do, but they understand the tax game, right? Because over here, you have some tax advantages when you're in the big business. And then in the investor quadrant is where you multiply your assets. And that's where you want to do. You want to multiply your income. You want to have cash flow. A lot of times we are stuck here making earned income, trading our time for money. When we do that, right? I was in that quadrant for 20 plus years. I thought that was the only way. And if I needed to make more money, what are you taught? Go get a higher paying job, get a promotion, go get a second job. And that's still trading time for money. And then when you spend the money on your living, right? Because you got to pay for your living. Now it's gone. You got to go back to work to make more. And it's just this rat race, right? Over here, we want to teach you how to not work for your living. We want to teach you how to build a system so that you can cash flow, multiply your assets, so that now your cash flow is paying for your living. All right. So would that be something you'd want to learn? I would probably assume all of you are putting up your hand because we want more money in our pocket. Okay. And part of that is learning how to not only build cash flow, but I'm going to show you how leveraging the vehicle that we have, leveraging network marketing, could really help you bring more money in because just of taxes. Not even bringing in a higher quality of income, passive income, but playing some of the tax game and understanding how to put more money in your pocket. So here we have a W-2 for the US and a T4 for Canada. Okay, so most people, right, that's this quadrant, you're here. Now, when you get paid, I just put an example like a teacher, okay, because the majority of people make $50,000 a year or less. That's 50% of people, okay, and 77% of people live paycheck to paycheck. So even if you're making more than this, you're getting taxed so heavily, and you're learning, your society teaches you to consume, right? Get into debt, get into high credit card debt, go get a mortgage, go get bank loans, get all student loans, all of this debt. So it's really your earned income is just going to pay off all of the debt and interest and all of those things. So I just picked a teacher, approximately $52,000 a year, okay, because that's average. Now, when you get that, taxes are what, about 25 to 30%, 35% sometimes, depending on your income. Now, if your taxes, you're getting $15,600 taken off before you even get your paycheck. So you've already worked for money that's not even going to be on. It's like free work, right? And don't get me wrong, I want to pay taxes. You know, I want my roads to have no potholes. I want schools, education, healthcare. Like I agree with that we need to contribute for our society. But are we really, is our taxes going to the right things? And I could probably say probably not. And so why don't we get some of that back so that we can have control over, you know, maybe we could decide where our money is going to go into our community. So 15,600 is in taxes. Now, mortgage, this is very, very graceful. It's about, this is only $1,000 a month. I don't know what market this is, but this is the example I'm going to be giving. So that's $12,000 a year goes to your mortgage, goes to your living, okay? Now bills, about 24, right? $2,000 a month to go to your bills. So let's say electricity, your food, your car, your insurance, groceries, all of that, hydro, all of that comes off of your wage, right? And so how much is left over? And this is really gracefully. So really, that's probably hard to live off of, especially if you have maybe a child that you're supporting. Now you have $400 left over. So how are you probably paying for the extras that come up? Maybe tires that break, you know, that you need, or school supplies, or things that kind of spark up because of life. You're probably getting into high consumer debt, right? And so now this 400, now you're paying off debt. So that's very hard to get ahead. But if you come over here to the 1099 and the T4A, right? If you align in a network marketing business, you're going to get paid first. Okay, so say you make 52,000. Okay, now you're going to get paid first. Your square footage, right? Because this is your mortgage over here, but square footage, part of it, you actually get is an expense. So now instead of it being a bill, you get to put part of it as an expense and some of your bills. Okay, so let's just say some of your expenses are $20,000. So now you can write off your Wi-Fi, some of your electricity, your fuel, your car lease, your insurance, right? Your phone. Now there's some expenses, right? So now you're already paying for the bills, you're already paying for it. How about it's expenses now and it comes off of the income? Now you have what, $27,000 that now you're going to pay taxes on. 30% taxes is $8,100. Now, would you rather pay this much taxes, or would you rather pay this much taxes? You probably know the answer to that, right? So that's just one of the ways where it makes sense to start a network marketing business because you could put more money at the end of the tax year into your pocket. So I am going to share with you the vehicle that we're leveraging so that you can take advantage of the tax, put more money in your pocket, but also be able to move from this over to the B, all right, where you're going to leverage a system, right? People make money, but systems create wealth. And wealth is measured in time, all right? I don't want you to think like, oh, this is all about money. Money isn't everything, but when you don't have it, it's all you think about, right? And solving the money issue can release a lot of stress. And with inflation, gas prices, house prices, groceries, all of that is going up. But guess what's not going up? Your wage, right? Very, very little. It's not matching the economy's inflation, right? So having another stream of income is actually a necessity. It's not a luxury anymore. And so we have a solution for that for you. I'm going to share with you what we're doing, what our team is leveraging. And so the person that invited you here really, really is excited about their future and their goals and where they're heading. All right. So I want you to think when you're looking at this presentation, I want you to think of like, if money wasn't an issue, if time wasn't an issue, you had more money, more time, what would you do with it? All right, take those dreams off the shelf. Let's think about it. Would you take your family on a vacation? Would you save up for a down payment on a home? Would you donate to your church, to a charity, right? Would you be able to give to somebody in need more than you can now, right? Maybe what would look like to be abundant life, right? Would you get a credit card debt? Would you be able to invest in real estate, right? Would you be able to invest in opportunities that have a really high ROI so that you can get ahead and start creating cash flow? Just imagine what you could do if you had more money flowing to you. And so we've aligned with a company called Viseo. Network marketing has been around for over 100 years. And when you look at businesses are starting to look like network marketing, right? From home, from your phone, leveraging. And so when you look at business like Airbnb, when you look at Uber, when you look at Amazon, all of those companies are billion-dollar companies and they have no tangible assets, right? It's not brick and mortar anymore. It's online from an app on your phone, right? Leveraging other people's assets, right? Leveraging a system that works harder than they do. And so that's what businesses looks like. It's like drop shipping, right? Everybody wants something to come to their door. And so we've aligned with a company called Viseo that's in the health and wellness space, because health and wellness is a trend. People want to feel better, they want to look better, and they want to get off their prescription medications, and they want to do it naturally. So people are already buying health and wellness products. We're just going to offer a really high quality product. And so we've aligned with Viseo, which is a 5-star company. We're only 5 years old. And the reason I know that we are heading to be $1 billion company is because of Dallin Larson. He is 30 years experience, right? We want to make sure success leaves clues. Okay, in an opportunity in business, you want to make sure you align with people who know what they're doing, have had success. And so Dallin has had 30 years of experience in this industry, billions of commissions paid. He's won Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year award. That's a very big award. Jeff Bezos has won that award. Michael Dell of Dell Computers, Howard Schultz of Starbucks. So that's a pretty prestigious award. And he got that for bringing his last company to $1 billion faster than any other company has gone to $1 billion. And he's done that twice. He's brought 2 network marketing companies to $1 billion in revenue. So that is huge. Okay. So that means he knows how to create successful companies. He retired. He thought he wasn't going to do this again. I was just going to put that hat on the shelf and retire and golf. But he couldn't. This was calling him. He came out of retirement. And he said, I'm going to build a third and final legacy company. So we know that he can build billion-dollar companies. We're at the beginning of that right now. So that's really exciting. In 3 years, we're already in 12 countries. We are 5 years old, but in 3 years, we've already been open in 12 countries, global. Plus, we're in the top 50 healthcare companies in the world. We're the only direct selling company on that list. So that's pretty cool. And so to be disruptive, to be successful, you need to solve problems, okay? And so the person that solves the most problems wins. So not only are we going to solve money problems, and help bring more money into your pocket, we're also going to solve some health problems. And so Viseo is brought attention to the supplement industry that has poor absorption, right? People are taking their greens, they're taking their protein, but guess what's happening? They're not absorbing it. So you're flushing it out. And what happens when you're taking your vitamins and you're peeing out neon colors, right? You feel like a nuclear power plant. It's because you're only absorbing about 5, maybe 30% if you're lucky, if you have a really good high quality one. But generally, it's flushing right through you. And so if you're spending $100 on a vitamin, right, and you're only absorbing 10%, $90 it's flushing down the toilet, right? And so there's a problem in the supplement industry. And so Dallin has a scientific advisory board to help solve that problem. And so these doctors here, some have won Nobel Peace Prizes, some have had decades of experience. One Dr. June Cook works in the Pentagon. So just high quality doctors really supporting and bringing a nutrition line that has a very high absorption. And so they're solving that problem with liposome technology. This is a proven science, and we're going to take that proven science and we're going to put it around whole foods, nutritional valued foods that are backed by science to help address a problem, and they're going to wrap it around a liposome. And liposomes have been in the medical field for decades, so that's why it's proven science. There's tons of research. You can go Google this, but they're like fat bubbles. So I'm not a scientist, but the fat bubbles wrap around the nutrients, and because your body loves fat, it absorbs at 100% of what your body needs. So that's really cool. So for example, they use it in the dentist chair. So when your mouth freezes, the reason your mouth freezes like that is because it's wrapped in a liposome. So Viseo has taken that same science, patented it, and put it around proven ingredients. And so these are the products we're bringing to market. All right, we have a daily wellness category. So we have a multivitamin, a sleep, we have a heart health, we have the immune. So if you want to build your immune strength, those germs and viruses roaming around right now, we want to protect our body from that. We have an amazing immune vitamin. We have a brain vitamin. This helps actually repair the neurological pathways in your brain. So all the ingredients in there is backed by science to do that. We have Eternal. So this is our collagen antioxidant blend. So we have one for just regular daily wellness. My daughter takes to sleep. She's 11, and it helps her have a nice, good sleep in her REM. She wakes up refreshed. It's an amazing product. We have Active Lifestyle. So this is where you're going to get some help with inflammation. We have a CBD line, patented oil and cream. We have an energy. We have a healthy coffee that's going to help with, balancing your hormone levels. Lots and lots of nutritional benefits with our products. This is the Active Lifestyle. We have a weight management. So anybody needing support in that, we have a V Slim, a Vtox, a protein shakes, vanilla whey, and then we have a chocolate vegan, and then we have a V Burn. I love the V Burn. It's like one of my favorites right now because especially with Easter coming up, I could use a little help in that category. So it really helps burn fat, and this helps burn fat at night. So you take it before bed. So there's no stimulants in it. So it helps boost the hormone that burns fat, and it reduces the hormone that stores it. So that's a really amazing product. We have an age-defying lineup. So beauty is $1 billion industry. People want to, look as young as they can, feel as young as they can. We have products to help with that. We have a collagen that in like 3 days, people are noticing their wrinkles disappearing, spots. We have amazing before and afters. We have a skincare line, and we have a vitamin that is reversing. I don't want to say, I think I can say reversing the aging process, because he's won a Nobel Peace Prize with this science. So people are noticing their gray hairs are less, more energy, more focus. It's an amazing vitamin. So this is our product line, and we are a debt-free company. So in 5 years, we've already been debt-free. We're winning awards, and we have a 1% return rate. So with that shows you, gives us a little bit of credibility that our products work, that they have high quality products. And we have an amazing testimony page. Get with the person that invited you here. They can invite you to the testimony page, and you can see what other people are kind of saying about them. Here are some athletes that take our products. We have Manny Pacquiao, so he is arguably the #1 boxer right now. And we have some pro golf athletes. We have some Olympians. So that just goes to show that our products are really high quality, and really help with performance. And so if they can help athletes at the highest level, imagine what they could do for our bodies. And I've seen the benefits of them, with the anti-aging. I love the glow that I have on my face. Aches and pains, the Renew with inflammation is super good for muscles, joints, aches and pains. And then I have the core vitamin, obviously the multivitamin that really fills in those nutritional gaps. So those are just some of what the products do. Now, this is where I'm going to talk about the business part. Okay, so I talked about where we want to be, what kind of money we want to make, and how we want to put more money in our pocket, right? And when we're stuck in the earned income in the small business, where it's really hard to get ahead, and we really lack the time and money to, live that life abundant or get ahead, and make the highest quality of income. And so we leverage Viseo, that's our health and wellness company. That's the fulfillment center. The fulfillment center does all the headaches for us. So I want you to think like it's a franchise. We are starting our own distribution franchise, online, global, and we're leveraging Viseo as that fulfillment center. They get to deal with all the shipping, they get to deal with all the commissions, they get to deal with all the corporate headaches that we don't have to. What we need to do is build a franchise, a distribution business, and bring product to the market. All right. And so when you do that, you have an unlimited income potential here. Okay. We get paid 8 to 9 ways the company pays us. And if you want to make, let's say, a couple $100, okay, you want to make a couple $100 right now, we're going to help you get to star. Okay. So you're going to get to star. I'm just going to pour this down here because I'm going to share how we get paid. All right. Get to star. You're building 2 teams. All right. We're going to build 2 teams, and you get to star. You all just made about $500, right? About $100 to $500. Okay. Now, if you want to grow that and expand to that, and you want to make maybe $500 to $1,000, you're going to help them open up their distribution businesses, right? You're going to help them expand their franchises. So now what happened, if you can see this, I know I'm a little small box here, but now you've just duplicated yourself 6 times, right? So now it's not about you bringing product to the market. It's not only about your distribution business. Now you get to help other people open up their own franchise, and they're going to bring product to the market, and you just duplicated yourself 6 times. Now, this is where it gets really, really good, because this is where you're going to build a system. This is where your distribution is going to become a machine, and this is where you get paid whether you work or not. But here, you're just making a couple hundred, up to $1,000 here. You just duplicate yourself 6 times. Now, say you do that in a month, okay? You get your first 2, they open up their franchises, and you help them. You become a star maker. You're at star 800. You're at bronze. Okay, you're making $5,000 to $1,000. Now, guess what? Next month, it's going to duplicate. They're going to get 2, and they're going to get 2, and it's going to duplicate, right? So now you just duplicated yourself 12 times. Now you have 12 distribution businesses opened up in your organization, in your distribution machine, and you started with 2. Now let's just say everybody just gets 1. Okay, you got 2, but everybody does half of what you did, and everyone just opens up 1 more franchise. Now 2 become 4, 4 become 8, 8 becomes 16, 32, 64. It grows. 64, I'm gonna get my notes so I don't mess up on the numbers. I've done that before. 64, 128. The 8th month, you have 256. The 9th month, you have 512. And in the 10th month, you have over 1,000 franchises opened up in your distribution machine. Now, as that happens, you're going to move up this ranking system. Okay, you're going to get to silver. That's where you're going to probably make about $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Gold, that's where you're going to make about $3,000 to $5,000 a month. This is a $50,000 to $60,000 a year passive income. And when you have about, I don't know, let's say, I think about 32, let's say you have 32 franchises, you could be at the rank of gold. And it's not who you bring in, it's who the network, it's what's duplicating, right? You started with 2, and 2 became over 1,000 distribution businesses, okay? And that can happen in 10 months. Now, I want to go back to gold here, because gold is a $50,000 to $60,000 a year passive income. We have a system that can get you there in 90 days, right? 3 months, a 3-month run to gold. You get a cruise to the Bahamas, you have passive income cash flowing. Now that passive income is working for you 24/7. And say you have the 1,000 in 9 months, you have 512 organized people. Say they work an hour a day, let's just say, okay? They work 1 hour, they're bringing product to the market, they're sharing with their friends, they're sharing with people online on social media, right? Your 500 businesses are working an hour a day. That's 512 to 1,000 hours clocking in your business in one day. You're working an hour and getting paid for 1,000. You just got your time back. That's quality, that's time freedom, and plus financial freedom. Because if you have over 1,000 locations, you're making about a 6-figure a year passive income. And say half of them quit. Let's just say half of them quit. Now you have a $50,000 a year passive income. That's money. So you're working 1 hour, everybody else is working an hour, and everybody has the exact same opportunity. Because I know right now you're probably thinking, oh, this is one of those pyramid things, right? One of those pyramid things that really have a great tax advantage. Here you're thinking only the top make the money. Well, when I went to work as a social worker, guess who made more money than me? My manager. And guess who made more money than both me and the manager? The team leader and the director. And the executive director made the most money. Could I make more money than the executive director? No, I couldn't. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't matter how many people I helped. I still only got paid the same hourly wage every hour. I couldn't make more money than the person at the top, right? Plus I was getting the worst tax advantages ever. There's very little to none tax write-offs when you're an employee. Here, if you are building your 2 teams, and say Lisa enrolls you and you start building and your team grows more, you can make more money than the people above you. Now, that's fair. This is the fairest way of the purest form of franchising I have ever seen, where everybody has an opportunity to reach their money goals, to reach their income. You have to help some people, right? You got to help some people grow. You got to help some people build. And when you do that, you move up this ladder. And here we have a black diamond. That's a 7-figure a year passive income. And along the way, as you're building your business, and your product is flowing to the market, your income rises, you also get access to free vacations. Now, free vacations don't make you rich, but they're fun, and especially when they're free and you don't have to put them on your credit card. Now, that is really, really cool, and that's what our opportunity offers. Money, free rewards, and we even have a car rewards program as you get up there. I think it's a Mercedes. So we want to help you reach your goals. Maybe it's just to fire your boss. Well, let's get you to gold. Okay. Maybe it's to double your income so you and your husband can fire your boss, or you and your wife could both fire your boss. Well, let's get you to blue, sapphire, ruby. Right? Maybe you want to have the big eyes like I do, and you want to create 7 figures passive income. Well, let's get you to black diamond. And we have a manual to get you there. Okay. We have mentorship to get you there. This is how you start. You're going to be a customer yourself. Okay. So there's no inventory. We just want you to get on these products, feel them, be healthy. This is one of the ways you can start your business. Or if you want to have all of the money and not just some of the money, okay? If you want to get on the products here, you have access to 8 ways of pay, okay? Here, if you want 9 ways, you want to start with the Pro Pack. This gives you all of the product. This way you can try them, find what ones you like, with the ones that are your favorites, maybe the ones you don't like so much. But this gives you the opportunity to try them all. Of course, the bigger the pack, the more savings. So again, you're going to save buying this pack. Plus, now you're a business owner, right? Now you know what you're talking about, right? Because you have all of them. Plus, this blue circle over here, the global pool, this is the most important part of this pack, because you have access to global profit sharing. Now, when we look at opportunities, we want to see where they're going. And this company is projected to be $1 billion. Okay, it's already in the 300 to 400 million in only 5 years. So we know that we are headed to $1 billion. And when we look at the revenue, 2% of that, if you are a Pro Pack, you purchased a Pro Pack when you start, you're going to get 2% of that revenue goes into your pocket. Right? They puts in the global pool and then you get distributed. I think last year was an extra $30,000 for Pro Packs. And if you hit the rank of gold, you have an extra 2% global profit sharing. That's huge. That's like stocks in a company. And I know when people think about, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and I should have bought Bitcoin when it was $1 or a penny, even $10, but missed that boat. Or if people are like, oh, I should have bought real estate when it was really low, or I should have got into Google's when it was $12 a share, right? We always let opportunities pass us by. Don't let this one pass you by, because this is going to be an extra significant check. Every Friday we get paid. I was with a Black Diamond. He makes multiple millions in this industry, and he was saying when he was in Dallon's previous company that went to $1 billion, he had profit sharing there also, and his check was just that one way of pay. Just because he invested $14.99 in his business, he got an extra $100,000. His check was $100,000 just because he said yes. So listen, you could be at gold. You could be at gold making $50,000 a year compensation, and just because you ordered $14.99 pack, now you're getting a $100,000 check. Like, that's significant, right? So you don't even have to be at the higher ranks to access this global pool. So there's a lot of money on the table here. And of course, like I said, if it's not all about money, it's about helping people, right? Solving problems. And the more problems we solve, then the more purpose, the more fulfilled that we are, right? And so one of those problems is that Africa has a lack of clean drinking water. And so Vaseo has aligned with Hearts and Hands for Humanity to build wells. And in the last 5 years, we've built over 100 wells just from us donating 100 wells to Africa. So to bring fresh, clean drinking water, which is amazing, because thousands of children actually, die a day, not even, a year, a day, because of waterborne illnesses. And so it's super exciting to be part of this. You can donate, you could go on an excursion with them and build a well. So if that's on your bucket list to go to a third world country and help, this opportunity gives you that. All right. So I did share a lot. I shared a lot about financial education. I shared a lot about product, business, Viseo, and you're probably thinking, because I thought the same thing when I first started. Is like, I don't, I come from a social work. I never built a business. I don't know how. I've never, had success in network marketing. I don't know what to do. Don't worry if you feel that same way. But you see the potential. You want to bring more cash flow. You want another stream of income. We have a team, we're Overcome Nation, where you will be mentored. Okay, you will not do this by yourself. You have a team and mentorship to help you create that financial education, get that wealth development so that you can build a successful network marketing business, so that you can turn your earned income into passive income. And you can multiply your 5 figures into 6 figures. All right, and grow it, because right now people are getting their tax returns, right? Some people are getting their tax returns. They're going to get their $1,000 or $2,000. If they are lucky, they're going to receive a tax return. And so people need that money, because guess what? They're waiting for it. People are waiting for that extra bonus that they're going to get this year. And the first thing people do, because we're so trained to consume, we're so trained to work for money and then spend it, people are going to spend it and then it's gone. And then they got to wait till next year to get another $1,000 extra. This Overcome Nation is going to teach you how to take that $1,000 and grow it and multiply it, so that your cash flow pays for your living, not you. All right. And that's what Overcome Nation will do for you. We have NFTs into our ecosystem. So when you align with us, you have an opportunity to have NFTs in your portfolio. We have cash bonuses, reward systems just within our team. So not only do you get paid very, very well by Viseo, but Overcome Nation also pays you. So that's pretty cool. And then we have events. So we have the next one in Rain in California. So I'm excited to, meet our team, be with the mentorship, and really have a great financial education mastermind boot camp. And so those are really fun. So once you align, you will be able to watch this virtually or come in person. Okay, so that is our presentation. And I hope this was very, very valuable. And I want you to really think about, if not this, then what? Do I have a vehicle that is going to take me to a place I want to go? Is it going to bring more abundance in my life financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? If the answer is no to one or more of those, then definitely get with the person that invited you. Ask more questions, get your questions answered, because I'm sure I provoked some thinking here, but get your questions answered so that we can get you started, so that you can really be excited about your future. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to meeting you and welcoming you to our team. Bye, guys.